In a small village in Bihar, there lived a wealthy and shrewd landlord named Thakur Pratap Singh. He was infamous for his greed and his harsh treatment of poor farmers. Thakur Pratap would lease out his land under unfair terms, ensuring that no matter how hard the farmers toiled, most of the profits ended up in his hands. One afternoon, Thakur Pratap sat on his grand veranda, sipping tea, while his loyal servant Ramu fanned him. "These farmers," Thakur Pratap chuckled, "they sweat in the fields from sunrise to sunset, yet they remain poor. And me? I sit here comfortably, growing richer by the day." "You're absolutely right, Saab," Ramu grinned. "No one dares to go against you. The entire village knows you are the master of their fate." Just then, a humble farmer named Mohan arrived from a neighboring village with folded hands. "Thakurji, I have heard that you lease out farmland. I wish to cultivate a piece of your land for a year." Thakur Pratap smirked. "Of course, Mohan. But there are conditions." "What conditions, Thakurji?" Mohan asked hesitantly. "You will farm my land for a year," Thakur Pratap declared, "and when the harvest is ready, I will take half of the produce while the rest will be yours." Mohan had little choice but to accept the offer. He worked tirelessly through the seasons, nurturing his crops with care and dedication. After months of hard work, the fields stood golden with ripe grains. Hope filled Mohan's heart. He finally had enough to feed his family. Hearing about the bountiful harvest, Thakur Pratap arrived with Ramu, his eyes gleaming with greed. "Mohan, you have done well this year. Now, as per our agreement, half of the harvest belongs to me." Mohan sighed, but bowed his head in agreement. Thakur Pratap took the best grains, leaving behind the damaged and shriveled ones for Mohan. The poor farmer watched helplessly as the landlord and his servant left, laughing. That evening, Mohan sat outside his hut, his head bowed in despair. His son, Suraj, who had just returned from college in Patna, noticed his father's distress. "Baba, what is troubling you?" Suraj asked gently. "My son, this is the life of a farmer," Mohan sighed. "No matter how hard we work, men like Thakur Pratap take everything, leaving us with barely anything to survive." Suraj's eyes burned with determination. "Not anymore, Baba. Leave this to me." The next morning, Suraj marched to Thakur Pratap's mansion. "Thakurji, I wish to lease your land this season." Thakur Pratap smirked. "Ah, the city-educated boy thinks he is smarter than his father. Very well, but this time I have a condition. You may keep whatever grows beneath the soil. I will take everything that grows above it." Suraj smiled confidently. "I accept." Instead of planting rice like his father, Suraj sowed potatoes. When harvest season arrived, Thakur Pratap and Ramu rushed to the fields. "Well, Suraj," the landlord sneered, "it's time for me to collect my share." "Of course, Thakurji," Suraj said calmly. "You wanted everything above the soil, so please take the leaves." Thakur Pratap's face darkened. "What? You planted potatoes?" Suraj nodded with a smile. "Yes, Thakurji, the true crop lies beneath the soil." Fuming, the landlord watched as Suraj carried baskets full of potatoes home, leaving behind useless leaves for him. "Master, he has fooled you," Ramu gasped. Thakur Pratap clenched his fists. "Not again. Next season I will make sure to defeat him." The following year, Suraj returned to the mansion. "Thakurji, I would like to lease your land again." Thakur Pratap smirked. "This time, I will take what grows beneath the soil, and you can keep whatever grows above it." Suraj agreed without hesitation. This time, he planted wheat. When the fields ripened, Thakur Pratap arrived, certain he had outwitted the young man. "Now, Suraj, time to hand over my share." Suraj bowed slightly. "Of course, Thakurji, you may take the roots." Thakur Pratap's face turned red. "What? You planted wheat?" Suraj smiled. Yes, Thakurji. The roots are yours, but the grains that grow above the soil belong to me. Thakur Pratap ground his teeth in frustration. Master, you've been tricked again, Ramu exclaimed. The landlord glared at Suraj. Enough! Next time I will take both the top and bottom parts of the crop. You will only get whatever grows in the middle. Suraj nodded politely. The next season he planted sugarcane. When the harvest was ready, Thakur Pratap arrived, a smug grin on his face. Well, Suraj? Suraj pointed to the sugarcane. Thakurji, as per the agreement, the roots and the leaves are yours. Thakur Pratap's shyest expression turned to horror as he realized that Suraj had cut the sweet stalks, the most valuable part, and taken them home. Master, he's tricked you again, Ramu wailed. Thakur Pratap collapsed onto a wooden bench, shaking his head. This boy, he has defeated me every time. Suraj stepped forward and spoke calmly. Thakurji, farmers work tirelessly to feed others. They deserve respect and fair compensation for their hard work. Exploiting them is not only unfair, but unjust. Thakur Pratap sighed heavily. You are right, Suraj. I have been too greedy for too long. The next day, he called the village farmers to his mansion and announced that he would return their lands and pay them fairly for their labor. From that day forward, the village prospered. Suraj became a hero, not just for his cleverness, but for helping the farmers reclaim their dignity. And as for Thakur Pratap, he learned his lesson and became a just and respected landlord. This story highlights the power of intelligence, resilience, and strategy in overcoming injustice. Suraj's ability to outsmart the cunning landlord proves that wisdom can triumph over greed and manipulation. It also teaches us that wealth and power may offer temporary advantages, but true strength lies in understanding the situation and finding innovative solutions. Mohan and Suraj's perseverance in the face of exploitation shows the power of unity and determination. Moreover, the story reminds us that those who exploit others will eventually face the consequences of their greed. Hard work, fairness, and clever thinking are the real keys to success and justice. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful lessons. Until next time, remember, knowledge is the greatest weapon of all.